to him?
Well, let me put this question like this. Perhaps this may be the reason that people were commenting lots about that you were imported also the backing with the head of the state. Well, you simply went there because you had all the backing. That is the reason that you contested from the ruling party, not from the opposition. Okay, perhaps, I mean, if you really wanted to serve, why didn't you contest, let's say, from the opposition party, let's say from another party? Because you had the backing of the hierarchy. Because you had all the, let's say, if you really want to contest independently, you had perhaps the fame, you had the intellect, everything. So, but going with the trend, you should have gone against the trend. That is what the people say.
No, I do not agree with that. My whole family has been a part of the entire process of this result, meaning my grandfather, my grandmother, everyone have been ardent supporters of the SLFP, of the UPFA. Therefore, it's not something just came up all of a sudden where Anarkali just decided to support. I played a major role when I was just 18 years old. I realized that our President Mahinda Rajapaksa is talking sense. This is something which Sri Lankans should want, should need. I was just 18, but I went out there, I spoke on behalf of him, and I believe that in politics, in life, you have to be loyal to your causes, to your hopes, your wishes. I had a number of invitations from the opposition, from various other parties, but I know no matter what happens, whether a party is in power or not in power, if you have fought for a cause, if you believe in something, you have to stick to it. I don't believe in jumping from side to side. It just shows that you are unsettled, and it shows that you are just dancing accordingly to the situation. What I believe, the current point of my life, what I believe is that when someone, it can be someone you meet in this life or your next life, if someone is showing you the right path in your face, if you don't follow that path, you are doomed. Everyone else might be nice, all the other parties, everyone else in the opposition, the other parties, they might be nice people with nice hopes, but if they're not going to be able to implement them, if you can see that there's a faulty line somewhere, why do you want to go join that? Why do you want to support it? You should take the country forward to a stable situation, a stable foundation, and that stability lies only with our President Mahinda Rajapaksa. Therefore, I do not want to mislead my society and my family and my country.
One question from your answer. Now, some say that, perhaps you look very immature. You are not going to fit into our society. Although you say that I'm fighting for the rights of the women, but where those rights are you really representing the real need and the right of the local woman or rural woman, where you don't tend to mix with them? So that's an argument that coming from a lot of our web viewers.
Being a woman does not mean that a woman living in a village, a woman living in Colombo 7, a woman living in America, that it's different. Our locations may be different, but our feelings, our needs will always be the same. And that is something no man, that is something no country, no political party can take from us. We bleed for the same reasons, we cry for the same reasons. Therefore, no one can take away the familiarities, the similarities, the feelings of women. That can never change.
Okay, one question which you gave a good answer about why do you really believe the tactics and the policies, the strategies that were used by President Mahinda Rajapaksa in winning the war, in defeating terrorism? Do you really believe in him? Was that the right decision by the president, by the country? Now, we had a problem, the ethnic problem. But as a young politician, if you are given a chance to resolve this, what kind of an action that you would take now onwards?
I believe that a very vital ingredient to winning the war, the approach, was positive thinking. That is something which was reintroduced, I believe, to Sri Lankans during this whole process. Because what I feel is that it was actually, a lot of people in the villages or even in Colombo, ayyo, me kavadavat ivara venna me yuddha is never going to end. It's like every day it's going on and on, it's getting worse and worse. But we started looking at our armed forces as heroes. We started realizing that our president is a hero. We started realizing that Sri Lanka is made for better things. It's all positive thinking. So I believe that as a young budding politician, as a young woman, I believe that this positive thinking, if it was such a vital ingredient in winning the war, if this positive thinking can be spread towards every industry, technology, garments, gens, sports, I believe that this positive thinking can really make a major change in Parliament. It can make a major change in people's minds, as well as it can be the most dominant characteristic of a Sri Lankan.
Well, now, we have won the war against terrorism. What do you think, as a young politician, the next step should be? Have we really won the hearts of Tamil minorities? Or do you think that we should do more damage control now?
My firm belief is that we have to create even more awareness now on war on children. The reason being this, even though the war is over, children are they get very easily influenced. Their beliefs are very strong. So therefore, it's in terms of education now, more than anything on earth, what's the very necessary is education. Education on children, on parents, on what can be done to poison someone's mind, to sort of brainwash someone. Therefore, more than anything, maybe more than even looking at the war anymore, it should be to do with brotherhood and sisterhood. Because I feel in society now, we don't have time to connect with our brothers, sisters, friends, work people. We're on our own role. Therefore, I believe that more than damage controls, things like war on children, education on this, education on our family relationships, things at home, like they always say charity begins at home, your etiquette begins at home, your behavior begins at home. So education on how we should be raising our children, education on how we should be looking towards the future, building our careers, I think that's really vital. If we have stability in our workplace, in our home, then damage control in the world will automatically be solved.
Let me interrupt you here. I want a very short answer for this. Do you think that the process of reconciliation with minorities and the majorities, is it happening now to reconcile this? Do you think that enough is done?
I believe that there are no minorities. I believe that everyone is the majority. If someone says that there's a minority in the world, no. If you look at it that way, then you're always going to be separating people. That's why it starts. So I believe we're all a majority, and I believe that everyone is very enthusiastic. You can feel it in the air everywhere you go. Everyone wants to be in this majority. Everyone is. It's just the way you look at it.